So what we're going to do is we're going to plant up a container for full sun. And in this particular case, I'm going to be using the Carex buchanii as my focal point or center. I think it has an incredible color to it that is retained throughout the entire summer. And what I'm going to do is I tend to plant a little bit off to one side and a little bit further back as opposed to direct center. Reason for that is that I'm trying to sort of create more surface space in the front so that I can add more plant material, make the container look fuller. So all I've done, as I say, is planted a little bit off to one side and a little bit back as opposed to direct center, which would necessitate me having to plant all the way around equally. In this case, I will be able to sort of add more to the front of it. So there we have our center. And I'm going to incorporate some Gerbera daisies into this. Beautiful orange color that contrasts really nicely against the Carex. So let's just add 2 of these. Sorry, I'm just going to move the container a little bit in my direction and then I'm going to bring it back to you. So there we've created 2 layers of height, our focal point, our first layer of height. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate some Vancouver Centennial geraniums into this because again, I think that the contrast in the leaf color is outstanding and it does produce a lovely orange flower. There's geraniums and then there's geraniums. These are a cultivar that was produced at the University of British Columbia and they are called Vancouver Centennial. So I'm going to add this to the container as well. And as I say, that it may not bloom quite as prolifically as a regular zonal geranium, but I think that the color of the leaf is outstanding. And there we go. And then as a backdrop, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this copper leaf. Beautiful plant with rather inconspicuous flowers, but an incredible color of leaf that I think is going to look really good against the Carex buchanii and the Gerbera daisies. So let's just break that up because, I mean, the whole idea here is to make this container look absolutely full right from the onset. So you do have to tend to plant a little bit closer than you would if you were planting in the landscape. So here we go. I'm going to put that in like so. And then I'm going to add some cascading material. In this case, I'm going to use some ivy to give us that nice draped kind of look. And then what I'm going to add as a cascading material as well is the Epomia or the potato vine. And for those of you that are familiar with it, it's a rather aggressive grower. And what I suggest is that if it starts overtaking your container, that you can easily pinch it back because unfortunately I have seen it in situations where the container is nothing but potato vine coming towards the end of the season. It is that strong a grower. Beautiful plant, lovely contrasting color, that lime green. But again, never fear in terms of being able to pinch it back just to make sure that the other material has space to be able to grow. So here we have our finished product, a container that is meant specifically for the sun. Light requirements are such that I think that 5 to 6 hours of direct light will produce sufficient bloom on all of this material to keep it looking really good throughout the season. Once again, just to go over, we've used our Carex buchanii as a center point. We've used the Gerbera daisies. We've also used the Vancouver Centennial geranium, which has that beautiful leaf color to it. We've used the copper leaf, which has a beautiful color to it as well. And then we've draped over with a pomea, or the potato vine, and also ivy. This is something that I think will flower and bloom throughout the entire season, and something that you'll be able to enjoy.